Hi guys, and welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. You are here with Abby on Readings with Abby. Today's topic is what changes are ahead for you. But before we get into your piles, I just want to give a quick shout out to my podcast, The Mighty Motivational Project. It's a podcast of motivational speeches done by me to help motivate, inspire, and awaken the collective. These are based on my personal life experiences, so if you would like to check those out, I will leave the link in the description box. Now, we have 3 piles, as I said. Let's get into those piles, and as usual, the timestamps will be in the description box as well as the comment section, and I will see you at your pile. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we are looking at what changes are coming up ahead for you. And so the way I've done this today is we have 3 major themes here, 3 things with these oracle cards here, and then I have clarified each of those with 2 of the tarot. So your cards, soul retrieval. We also have the number 29. That breaks down to 11, of course, master number, and then, of course, that breaks down to a 2. We also have healer here as well. We have the number 14, okay, so that might be relevant. Again, that breaks down to a 5. And we have inner wisdom here as well, with the 17 breaking down to an 8. So, let's get into this reading. So here we have soul retrieval, okay? And I want to say, just looking at the soul retrieval card, actually what it reminds me of is like a game of pinball. So I'm feeling like for some of you, maybe you have been feeling like life's been a bit of a pinball game lately, you know, where things are just bouncing off everything, like everything's going crazy. You know when you play pinball and the ball hits those special spots. I haven't played pinball in a really long time, guys, as I'm sure you can tell. They probably have they probably have names. But you know when the ball goes like super crazy and all the lights are going off and it's just bouncing around everywhere? Maybe that's what you guys feel like, you know, you've kind of been doing. Everything's been a bit hectic, been a bit crazy, right? So I'm just kind of getting that. But also too, this is also reminding me of a game. And this, I swear this is probably not going to resonate with like anybody, because I don't know that anybody's seen it or played it, but, and I cannot think of the name of it either. But there was a game at one point on the App Store for the iPhone. Was it the iPhone? I think so. Anyways, regardless. And it was a game where basically you would throw these balls and they would hit glass. So there was all these rooms full of glass, and you would just throw the balls to hit the glass, but you had to hit certain parts of the glass to get through to the next level. And if, of course, the screen smashed into the glass and you didn't break it in time to move through to the next room, then you were out of time and you failed the game. And it's making me think of that too. So maybe again you feel like you've just really been trying hard to break through like barriers, or feeling like, you know, things have just been really tough lately, and it's been a bit of a struggle, right? Maybe. So, but the thing here we have, of course, is soul retrieval. So this is the retrieval of your soul. And it's interesting too, because we did get the devil card. So I find that interesting because obviously, you know, perhaps in a metaphoric sense, perhaps maybe you felt of late like you've sold your soul to the devil, right? And this is about getting it back. So you could have been in a toxic situation, something that was keeping you in the dark, in negative energies, This could just be energy that was around you as well. Maybe not necessarily, making a deal with the devil or anything like that, but, perhaps there was just some negative energies that were surrounding you, and it was making you feel sort of in the dark and in that negative space. But we do have here the Six of Wands, which of course talks about victory and success. So whatever toxic energies you may have been in, whatever this devil energy was for you, whatever has been holding you back, you are releasing yourself from this now. You are coming out of this. And again, it's taking that soul back. And I'm hearing, it's making me think of the Pick of Destiny song, the Tenacious D song, Tribute, right? So maybe some of you guys can resonate with some of the lyrics there. You might want to look that up. But, that was that sort of thing of like, selling the soul to the devil, right? And I'm just hearing that line, "Be you angels," and then they say, "Nay, we are but men." But you're definitely taking back your power, I feel like, some kind of personal power, some sort of just a better sense of self, so really feeling like yourself again. And of course with the butterfly here, this does talk about transformation, so there is a transformation happening here. The devil can also be things like bad habits, some kind of addictions or something that maybe we've gone through, we've done. So, you may have been trapped in some kind of cycle that you were having trouble getting out of, something that really wasn't serving your highest good. And maybe it did feel a little bit like you'd sold your soul to the devil. Whatever this addiction may have been, or whatever this, behavioral pattern was that wasn't serving you, that might have been a bit on the negative side. You are coming out of this now, and definitely moving into a period of healing, because we do have the healer card here, but I will get to that. But it is feeling like you're more yourself again. There's a sense of like almost someone just sort of like almost coming and handing your soul back to you, or your heart, and just saying, here, is this what you've been looking for? This is what you've been missing. Sorry if there's background noise as well, guys. But it's like, when you lose something and then someone says, "Oh, I found it," and they give it back to you, "Oh, wow, thanks, I've been, looking for that for so long." And it's just this feeling of like relief, because, again, you're feeling like yourself again, and all this heavy energy, all this devil energy is being lifted. It's being taken away. So that is really great for a change, right? Coming up for you guys. And with the healer card here, of course, now we have the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords to clarify, and the Ten of Wands as well. So with this Ten of Wands, definitely you guys may have felt like you had a lot of burdens, a lot of things to carry. And, a lot of times too, I feel like with this Ten of Wands, it's burdens that aren't ours to carry as well. Sometimes we pick up things from other people, or people put things on us, right? And just, it's like this person walking along, he's got this Ten of Wands on his back, and, we're carrying stuff that may be ours, but also too, someone else is like, throwing things on top of that, and it can become very overwhelming and difficult to deal with. And all we want to do is just, throw them down, right? Throw these ones down, because it's too much, it's too heavy. It's and like I said, sometimes not all of it is ours to deal with. So there's a sense of leaving this behind, because we do have the Six of Swords here, and the Six of Swords talks about moving into calmer waters, moving into happier times, moving out of the rough energy, moving out of again this devil energy, right, and moving into something a lot better. So this is a period of healing. So this change coming up, aside from, it's a combination of the two, right? So as you're healing, you're feeling more like yourself. So this soul retrieval is coming in with the healing. And, this can be, we do have shaman written here too. So some of you may be healers, know it or not. but you may even be going to a literal healer, so a shaman or something like that, in order to help you heal and to move forward, if that is your kind of thing. So again, with the Six of Swords, one of the things to remember about the Six of Swords, and if we think about the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, you've got these people on a boat, and they've got the swords stuck in the boat, right? Now, obviously, if they were to take the swords out, they would sink, right? They've got the swords stuck in the boat. But the thing is, like, they're moving into calmer waters, but for some reason they've taken the swords with them, and it's always that thing of, we don't really know why they've taken them with them, but, the main thing is once they get off that boat, the swords need to stay where they are, right? We don't need to be carrying on anything that we are meant to leave behind. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's like these wands, right? Don't... If it's not yours to carry, you don't have to carry it, right? So you can just let it go. You can let it go. And this is what's happening with this healing. You guys are definitely, moving into a period of, I feel like, understanding as well. And with this, we've got Numite here as well. But I'm thinking about all those kind of black crystals that deal with a lot of negative energy. So you may be working with a lot of dark crystals at this time, in order to help you absorb some of those negative energies that may be in your energy field, and anything that may help you cleanse as well. So any of the clear crystals as well you may be working with at this time, such as selenite or clear quartz, those kinds of things, smoky quartz. So, but yeah, so we do have the rainbow, right? Atop of the rain. So, and as we know, after the rain comes the rainbow, right? So this is definitely you guys coming into a period of, much more contentment, happiness, feeling more in tune with yourself again, feeling, I just feel a sense of peace. There's a sense of peace with this, sort of like I can breathe again. So whatever this was that you guys have been dealing with, there's a change happening for you here, that's going to bring you into more tranquility and more peace and calm, and just feeling more content with yourself, more like yourself, I'm hearing, than you've felt in a long time. So for some of you, maybe there's been a bit of a feeling like there's a detachment to your true self, sort of, in a sense, and it's like you're connecting the chords again. You're able to feel like, I'm finally feeling like me again. And we do have inner wisdom here as well, okay, with Mother Gaia. So, you may have a connection to Mother Gaia. She may be helping you out right now. So thank you, Mother Gaia. But you may just have a connection to nature. You may just be someone who is really into to nature, and you love being outside, and this can be really helpful for you during this time, to maybe reconnect with nature if you haven't in a while, or just keep that connection going. And maybe you might be seeing signs too out in nature, so there may be a calling from Mother Gaia here to get you going out in the elements a bit more, because there could be signs and synchronicities and things that may be wanting to show up to you, in nature. So it could be birds, feathers, anything like that, right? And I just heard too about the trees as well. So maybe you want to go sit amongst some trees, sort of get that connection going with some ancestors and things too. So there may be some ancestral messages wanting to come through for you if you spend some time out in nature. But so we do have this clarified by the Sun and the Five of Wands. So there may have been some kind of conflict going on in your life as well. Maybe, people with their opinions, difference of opinion, maybe just feeling like things are coming at you every which way. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a little bit too much to deal with. And again, I'm kind of seeing this sort of in connection to this Ten of Wands as well. So as much as maybe you've been taking on wands, or people have been, adding them to your what you're already carrying. I feel like this is similar with this Five of Wands as well, where maybe people have just been tossing their opinions at you, and I think you should be doing this, I think you should be doing that, and maybe it's all gotten a little bit overwhelming, and it's created some conflict and maybe a little bit of chaos in your life. But with the Sun here, this is happiness, right? And with the Sun, we have to remember too, there's a little child on the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, and so that always makes me think of that connection to like the inner child, right? And because we have inner wisdom here, I feel like this is you guys actually taking that time. Like I said, again, this may be out in nature, to sit with yourself and just see what you really feel deep down. So regardless of what people may be saying to you, do this, do that, come here, go there, I feel like you're taking the time to block all that out and think about what it is you really want for your life. So this could be, your path ahead. This could be in relation to anything really. Make it fit your situation. But I feel like, this is you guys finding your own happiness, thinking about what makes you happy, not what is going to make everybody else happy, but what's going to make you happy, and going in search for that instead. So listening to yourself and sort of not listening to everybody else's opinions, for once, I heard. So maybe before you might, for some of you this may resonate, you maybe have been the kind of person to really take on what everyone else has said and they're telling me I should do this, so I should be respectful, and because they've got my best interests at heart and I should do what they're telling me to do. But maybe it hasn't always been in alignment with what you really want deep down inside, and so now I feel like you're deciding to not in a rude way or anything, of course, telling people literally to like F off or anything like that, if I'm honest, but, you're just, sort of being respectful, but at the same time, you're really listening to what it is that you want and then moving forward from there. And, the only way that you are going to know what it is that you want or you need to do in moving forward is actually by going within and listening to yourself, your inner wisdom, your inner voice. So that's very interesting. So guys, definitely moving into a period of healing from, maybe some toxic situations, some negative situations that you've been through, and moving into more happier times, really listening to yourself and figuring out what it is that you want that's going to make you happy. And, this victory and success is going to come in. This is going to, again, you're going to be in this period of peace, feeling more like yourself again. Like I said, some of you, may actually be going to a literal healer in order to help you move this process along. And then others of you, it's more of that inner work. You're taking that time out from everybody else, from the chaos, from the conflict, from everybody else's opinions. You're taking that time to sit down with yourself and figure out what it is that you really want moving forward. But you're getting rid of this Ten of Wands energy. You're coming into the calmer waters, okay? And you're getting out of all this, you're leaving this toxic, negative energies behind, these behavioral patterns, whatever it was for you guys, addictions, anything like that. This devil energy is being left behind, and you're coming into the calmer waters, into happier times. You're healing, and again, it's that soul retrieval. It's feeling more like yourself again, and it's almost like a rebirth of self. So that's a really wonderful. So that is what is going to be changing for you guys soon. So I really hope that was helpful, pile one. These, this was going to be a short reading today. I intended that, but I really hope this was helpful. And if you did like this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you on the next reading. If you happen to tune in, take care and much love. Bye. Hi pile 2, and welcome to your reading. So today we are looking at what changes are ahead for you guys. And the way I'm doing it today, I have 3 cards, the oracle cards for main energies, and then I'm clarifying those cards with 2 tarot for each. So let's get into your reading. So the main cards we have here, we have beauty, with the number 3. We have divine feminine with the number 10, breaks down of course to a 1. We have intention as well with the number 18 breaking down to a 9. So any of those numbers could be relevant to you. So for the beauty card, let's start with that. So this has been clarified by the 8 of Pentacles as well as the 6 of Cups. So what I'm seeing here is, seeing as this card also has autumn on it, it's got the autumn theme, or fall for some of you. This reminds me of that, again, that change and transformation, right? But it's like out with the old, in with the new, right? How the leaves fall off the trees. So, yeah, so being that we do have the 8 of Pentacles, of course, this is the work card. So you guys, there's a focus around work right now. We also have the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups can talk about the past life stuff as well, but it's also inner child things as well for me. So it's inner child energy, I should say. So what I'm feeling like here is that the changes here could possibly be a new job coming in for some of you, or this is just changes in your job. I feel like you guys are going for something here, or there's a change in your work here that has to do with what aligns with you. So maybe if you are changing jobs, if there's a change in job, it's something that you feel speaks more to who you are and what you're about, instead of just a 9 to 5 for 9 to 5 sake. You know what I'm saying? Just a job to pay the bills. I think you're going for something that speaks to you on a soul level, that allows you to step into your personal power. And I do feel like this is an opportunity for you guys to do that, to step into your personal power, and for some kind of it's like almost like a leveling up, but it's like you're again, I just keep saying, keep getting personal power, but it's like you're just stepping into the best version of yourself, right? And this is in terms of work. So whatever this is that you're doing, and because we have the beauty card here, I mean, for some of you, this could be in the beauty sector. So maybe, maybe you do hair, or you do makeup or something like that, or, you work in something to do with beauty. We have, and it's nature here as well. So maybe there's something out in nature that you guys do that pertains to work as well. It's with the beauty in nature. But this could also be something that you may be revisiting from the past as well. So maybe there was, something you're realizing that you really wanted to do when you were a child, and you are revisiting that and working out how to bring that into the present to create something that you really feel connected to in terms of your work, right? Something that really, like I said, speaks to your soul, okay? And if it isn't something that you're revisiting, this is perhaps a job that's coming through for you, or something that you're doing yourself in terms of work, like I said, that really speaks to you and your inner child. So even if maybe this isn't something you've discovered yet, that you're about to discover, you're realizing just how much this speaks to you on a soul level. And I think it just really is making you feel like you are coming into the best sort of like version of yourself. You're really able to express yourself. You're really able to be you within this job, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that thing where, and I'm not getting it quite correctly. I know there's a proper way to say it, but it's like that thing of where work doesn't feel like work, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you love this job so much, or you love what you're doing so much that it doesn't feel like work. And that's the kind of thing that I'm sensing you guys sort of getting into. But this could also be something, like I said, we do have the roots here with this 6 of Cups. So this could be something that maybe was already rooted, maybe something that you'd already started to try and grow, and now it's coming to fruition. Or maybe it's, as I said, you're revisiting this from the past, and you're seeing the beauty in it again. Maybe, sometimes it's funny, isn't it? We start projects, or we do things, or we get interested in something, and then life sort of gets in the way. Something happens where there's a separation from the idea or what we were doing, and then all of a sudden, it just pops back up. It resurfaces, and it's like this new fresh energy that we have connected to it, and all of a sudden it's like we're revitalized with this idea again, and we want to, we have new ways to make it happen and keep it going and all that sort of stuff. So maybe this is this fresh, I'm feeling like a fresh sort of energy coming in here, right? With this. So there's a definite change, I think, in your work area. And again, I always think about with the Eight of Pentacles, how in the Rider-Waite, you've got the guy who is literally hammering those pentacles. And of course, we have the Spider here on this card, who works very hard to spin his or her web. So, this is definitely something that I feel that you have put a lot of effort into. It's coming from your own hands. I just heard for some of you, maybe it's like knitting or something like that, that you're literally creating something that way. But it is definitely, I feel like, something that you're having a bit of a hands-on interaction with. Right, so it's something I feel like you're making. It's definitely something that's coming from you. So even if it's not necessarily fully hands-on, it is your product, your idea, your creation. Do you know what I'm saying? And because I'm looking at here, because this web on this card is finished, and the spider's just sort of sitting in the middle, sort of sitting proud in his new home, right? His new work of art. I feel like this is you guys sort of finally bringing this to completion, this idea, this job, whatever it is, it's coming sort of to completion, where you can sit there and appreciate the work that you've put into it, the beauty, right, of what you guys have done and achieved. And that could be the scenario for some of you too. Maybe there's some kind of accolade or some kind of completion that you're coming to, or a cycle that's coming to end that you've been doing in your workplace, and maybe finally now you're able to reap the benefits of that. Maybe this is something from the past that you have been working very hard on, and now finally you're seeing those fruits of your labor, right? The efforts, maybe if, in regards to the Six of Cups here, if we look at it as the tree, right? Maybe it's a fruiting tree, and maybe you're finally able to see those fruits now coming to you're able to harvest the fruits and things like that, and actually get praise, recognition, or just be content in yourself, knowing that you've done what you set out to do, right? Now we do have the Divine Feminine here, and also just mentioning with the autumn there, so this could also be something that's happening for you in autumn, or that did happen in autumn, so autumn may have some kind of relevance there. Now, with the Divine Feminine card, so we have this clarified by, and can I just say, guys, I don't know if this is relevant to anyone. I actually think it might be me, but I'm going to say it anyway. I am smelling butterscotch so strong, and I smelt it during the beginning of part 1, and I'm smelling it right now. So butterscotch might be something for somebody. Somebody might be eating butterscotch. I don't know. Are you eating butterscotch? Lollies, like those Werther's lollies or something, if anyone knows that brand. But not that this is reading endorsed by Werther's. But Werther's, if you'd like to, no. But no, I'm just smelling butterscotch really strong right now, guys, so that may be relevant to someone. Anyways, so yes, Divine Feminine. So the Four of Wands here, can talk about, yes, stability, right? It's the four walls, but it's also a card of celebration and things as well, right? And, it can be the card of proposals, right? Now, that, of course, being in terms of usually taken as like, relationships, like engagement and things like that. But in terms of proposal, perhaps some of you guys maybe are getting a work proposal. So that could be something that's coming through for you guys. Maybe it's something that you weren't expecting to come through. And that's really going to, and this job is going to like be a perfect fit for you. Because like I said, right, this is something here that is going to really connect you to your like inner child, something that's going to make you feel happy and content. It's like, again, I'm just hearing that yeah, what is it? I'm almost getting it. Do something you love, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. I'm not. I know that's not exactly how the line goes, but you guys know what I'm saying, right? So this is what it could feel like for you guys. Finally, this job that just feels like you're not even working at all. It's just so such on a you're so connected to it on a soul level. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is generally though a time of you guys really being really connected to your divine feminine. So again, divine feminine just talks about sort of our emotional side. You don't have to be, of course, it doesn't necessarily pertain to a female, right? So if you are a guy watching this, but it's just you being sort of more connected to your emotional side, right? Your sensitivity and things like that. And this may be a kind of a job situation where you can express your divine feminine a lot better. So it's coming from the emotions. I just heard art for some of you, you know what I mean? Where you're expressing yourself through art for some of you. But, and this could be too, again with the beauty, paying more attention to your looks and things like that, taking care of your body a bit more, paying attention to your mood swings as well, because we have the moon card here. So some of you may be really connected to the moon, or you're feeling those moon cycles and you're being affected by that emotionally. So some of you may want to be paying attention right now to the moon cycles, because that could be having an effect right now on yourself and where you're at. But yeah, so this could be a celebration just of yourself as well, just feeling, like I said, really in that personal power, and feeling like the best version of yourself. But this is going to bring in stability, I feel like, too. So if this is in the work sense, this is going to help you really come into that time of stability for yourself, sort of really feeling like you are building those four walls. And it's funny, what I want to say here, and what I do notice about the Four of Wands card, and I sorry guys, I know I keep going back to the Rider-Waite, and you're probably thinking, why doesn't she ever use the Rider-Waite? She keeps referencing it. I know. I love all the tarot decks that I have, and I do have the Rider-Waite, but every time I go for the other decks because I just love the artwork. But anyways, the Rider-Waite tarot with the Four of Wands, right? It literally is 4 wands. It's 4 pillars of wood, right? Columns of wood, whatever you want, however you want to put that. With I think it's got some strings of flowers or something like that above the top. But the point of that is, yes, there's 4 points, there's 4 corners, but realistically there still isn't really any walls yet. It's still giving that sense of security, of course, but it's like technically the walls actually aren't there. So maybe this is, sort of at that beginning stages. Maybe it's giving you that sense of security. Maybe there's still a little bit that needs to happen in terms of, setting up that full security for yourself. But it is definite, that sense of coming into feeling more secure, right? Yeah, just feeling more secure. And, this could be too, for some of you, in regards to that divine feminine, really feeling tapped into your intuition as well at this time. So again, I feel like you could be working from a place soon that's more in your divine feminine than it is your divine masculine. So, listening more to the heart. This is the heart space, right? So listening more to your heart over your head, maybe, moving from being very logical, maybe and analytical all the time, and going, you know what, I'm just going to listen to my inner voice. I'm going to listen to my heart. What does my heart say about this? And you may be feeling, again, with those moon cycles, you may be feeling very attuned to the otherworldly stuff, this month, or, whenever this is that you're getting this reading, because feeling very psychically connected. I feel like some of you may be psychics, some of you may have, certain premonitions or things like that, or maybe you just feel like, again, it's tapping into that inner voice, right? But it's like that, it's that feeling, sometimes where you sense something, or there's an inkling for something and you just don't know why you're feeling it. Like, I just have this strong feeling that, I should be doing this or I should be doing that. Again, that's, your inner voice. But it's like you're just feeling really connected to self, and maybe, again, like, a connection to the moon, or a connection to your higher self, or just the higher realms during these changes. So with the Four of Cups here as well, I just have, for some of you, you do have psychic abilities and you're ignoring them. So Spirit is literally wanting to tell you right now that, you maybe have some abilities that you may be unaware of, or that you're aware of, but maybe you're a little bit afraid maybe to tap into those abilities, or there's something around you having these abilities, but they're not being used right now. So there's a sense of, sorry, I'm just trying to, so there's like talents and abilities that you have that you're not utilizing, that could really bring out, more of yourself and your personal power, but can also help you as well during this time. So, it's like they're there, but you're either not seeing them, or you're seeing them, but you're not using them, you're not utilizing them. So for some of you too, maybe you felt a bit bored. Maybe there was a bit of like, I don't want to say restlessness. I don't feel like it's restlessness, but I feel like some of you may have been bored with the way things have been going, and sort of disinterested in general. But I feel like this change that's coming through is going to sort of catch you off guard a little bit, maybe, and is going to bring you back into more happiness, more sort of like that, again, that I'm just sensing with that Six of Cups, that childlike happiness. So it's sort of like, maybe there's some stagnancy, or whatever this was during this period, but I just feel like, you guys sort of, like, yeah, whatever, that kind of energy, like, or even just a sigh. I'm sort of hearing like someone sighing. But this is changing, and I feel like, again, this is maybe going to be a little bit unexpected for you, but also too, this energy could already be in your energy field, but you're ignoring it right now, or you're not allowing yourself to see. And I just heard Spirit just said to me, peripheral vision. So for some of you guys, check your peripheral vision. Be aware of what's going on around you. Don't just look straight ahead. Don't just, see things in black and white, right? Read between the lines, all that kind of stuff. So really be more aware and pay attention of what's going on around you right now. And I just heard hyper aware. So some of you guys, once you come into this energy, this is going to make you hyper aware. You're going to be a lot more attuned to, like I said, yourself, and maybe even the higher realms, or at least your higher self, right? And so this is going to make you a little bit more hyper aware of what's actually going on around you. So if you have been a bit aloof and things like that lately, this is going to change. But there's a definite sense of some kind of celebration here, but I just feel like it's a celebration of self, right? It's like I feel really good in myself. So again, maybe for some of you, you're changing up your beauty routine as well. This can be a message for some of you as well. Maybe, you're like I said, you're paying more attention to your divine feminine. So you're tending more to your emotions. You're not ignoring them. You're not suppressing them. You're, listening to your heart more. You are, paying more attention to your body and listening to that. You're taking care of your skin. You're drinking more water. Whatever it is that you're doing, it is making you. It's some cause for celebration, making you feel really good within yourself. And so we do have the card of intention here as well. Okay, with the pyrite, the staff. And the pyrite, of course, they always say it's fool's gold, right? But I feel like, this is how you're going to be feeling, right? Like all that glitters is gold, kind of almost. Like I'm feeling like you're just feeling really at a time of prosperity, at a time of, abundance. And of course, abundance can be in many different forms. It is not just, in terms of finances and things like that. You can, abundance can be happiness and things like that as well, right? So with the intention card, of course, we've got that clarified by the Magician and the Six of Swords. So the Magician obviously makes a ton of sense. I feel like this is something that you guys have been working on yourself. Like I said, with the Eight of Pentacles, this is someone working hard on something with their own two hands. So you have manifested this. You guys have brought this in yourself. So well done. This has been your hard work that is now coming to fruition. And, the thing to remember with the Magician too is you have all the tools you need to do something, right? So whatever it is, right, whatever you, and it's that sense too that I just got told from Spirit. So you can do whatever you set your mind to. That's that message there for someone as well. So if you're feeling right now like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, maybe it's a job situation as well, like going back to this this job card, but maybe there's a job that you really want to do and you're thinking to yourself, I don't know, can I do this? This is this message here of you can do anything you set your mind to, and I'm gonna reference this now. So okay, I'm gonna tell you a little truth telling right now, guys. This is a big shocker, but so as far as musically, I have been into all kinds of different musics since I was a kid, so jazz, blues, classic rock. I love metal music, classical music, all that kind of stuff. And the music, to be honest with you guys, that I never got into was hip-hop. And recently, I have someone who has been getting me into a bit more hip-hop. Or actually, I got myself into it from them. I started listening to more of it, and then I said, show me what you got. And basically, I've been introduced to a lot more, and I am eating my words, so don't worry guys, I'm very much eating my words on the hip-hop stuff now. I actually do like hip-hop now, maybe not everything at this point in time. There's still some stuff that I'm unsure about, but there's a lot that I'm loving right now. And anyways, my point is, I'm sure most of you know, because I'm only new to this guy, but there's a guy called Naz. And now I'm thinking about that song because I got shown this song. And there's a song called I Can. And so you guys may want to listen to that song because that could be some relevance to you as well. And now I've got to think of the chorus line. Hang on, give me a minute. Because I've got, I have some meditative music in my ear right now, guys. So it's kind of distracting me, but give me a second. Yeah, so I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I can be where I want to be, right? So you might want to listen to that song, but that's the essence of it, right? So again, that, you set the intention, the tools, you have the tools to do it. So it's up to you. You want to put the effort in, then you can get there. So that's that message there with the Magician. So this is something I feel like you guys have definitely manifested. And if it's something that, you know, you still feel that is yet to be manifested, just know that you have the tools to do it. And like Naz says, you know, you can, right? So, and then we have, of course, the Six of Swords. So again, this is about moving into the calmer waters, calm from the storm, right? Moving out of the rough seas. And, you know, it's that rainbow after the rain. So I feel like, again, you know, this is you working hard to bring yourself into what makes you happy. You know, anything that wasn't serving you, your highest good, anything that, you know, was not working for you, you are moving yourself out of that. And the thing is too, because with the, again, sorry guys, Rider-Waite Tarot, yes. With the Rider-Waite Tarot, right, on this card, they're in a boat and they're, I mean, you don't actually see, I don't actually think you see the oars, but they are rowing in, like they're heading towards the calmer waters. So one would assume, right, that they are, of course, in control of the boat. They are steering the boat. So again, that the essence of you guys are in control and you can make this happen. So you can bring yourself into, you are bringing yourself into this period of happiness, of calm, of, you know, sort of serenity is what I'm hearing as well. And I'm hearing, actually, because now I'm thinking about this rainbow and how, you know, for St. Patrick's and things like that, they have the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And, you know, there's a bit of a joke, of course, around that too, you know, finding a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. And it's making me think of the fact that I said the pyrite is the fool's gold, right? But I just heard somebody laughing and saying, you know, and it's oh, what's that saying? One man's something is another man's treasure. I can't remember that line. Oh God, I'm having trouble with my words today, guys. But if you know what I'm saying there, it's almost like people maybe sort of doing that whole like, as if you can do this, or as if you can make a job doing that, or, you know, or as if anybody can live their dream life and have a job that they don't feel like is a job, right? Or as if, you know, you can come into this, you know, personal power that you're talking about, so on and so forth. It's almost like you're laughing at them and you're saying, you know, just watch me. So it's like, you know, it may be fool's gold to somebody else, right? But to you, it's actual literal gold. This is what you're aiming for. This is what you're after, and you're going to get it. And again, like I said, with the Magician, you've been manifesting this and you have the tools to work towards this. If you are in that period of just starting that manifestation, you have all the tools that you need at your disposal to get yourself where you want to be, right? Now's again, right? Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Pile 2, yes, we're on to pile 2 now. So I'm laughing at myself now, guys. So I really hope that was helpful. That was your reading. So that's what the changes are coming up ahead for you guys. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed my channel, if you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you on the next one if you're tuning in. Other than that, take care, lots of love, bye. Hey pile 3, so welcome to your reading, and today we are looking at what changes are ahead for you. So we've got, the way I'm doing this today is we've got 3 main cards with the oracle here for your main energies, and then I'm clarifying those with 2 tarot for each card. So let's get into your main cards. You have Soul Retrieval with the number 29. And of course the 29 breaking down to 11 breaks down to a 2, so those numbers may mean something for you. We have Self-Mastery here as well, and with number 27 breaking down to a 9. And we have Freedom with 12, the number 12 breaking down, of course, to a 3. So with Soul Retrieval, let's talk about that first. So Soul Retrieval, the 2 cards that I have clarifying this for you guys is the Mother of Cups, so the Queen of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. So let me just tap into this energy for a second here. So the first thing that I'm noticing about this Mother of Cups card is the way that the swan's wings are out, almost as if they are trying to protect that cup. So you may have felt lately like you've had to really protect your heart. You may have gone through some heartache lately, maybe some just emotional difficulties. Maybe you might be, being that we do have the Mother of Cups, maybe you are a bit more of a sensitive person, more in touch with your divine feminine, and with the Five of Wands here, perhaps, you've been in a situation where, people have been saying things, expressing their opinions or even their feelings as well, and maybe that's been a bit overwhelming for you, and maybe in some cases even a little bit hurtful, depending upon where this was directed at, or where this is coming from, I should say. So I'm feeling like you're definitely, because this is the Queen of Cups, right, the Mother of Cups, this is you really having that level up. So the changes that are ahead is that, maybe before, okay. Yeah, so this is a definite level up for you guys, right? This is you feeling more... I could sense that was going to happen. Sorry, guys, for that loud noise. But this is you feeling more safe and secure in yourself. But I still feel like with that wing out, that it's almost like you still feel a little bit protective over your heart. But we do have this, of course, clarifying the soul retrieval. So I feel like you're feeling more like yourself again. And this soul retrieval was in pile 1 as well. So perhaps you may have come from pile 1, or you may have felt drawn to pile 1. So you may want to watch that. But I also feel like it's this energy too, with those pretty little sparks of light around. It's like she's casting magic or something. She's like, watch me, instead of like watch me pull a rabbit out of a hat, right? It's like, watch me cast water into this, cup. I just feel like this is you really being in your true essence, really, again, that leveling up, feeling at your highest, right? Excuse me. So, sorry guys, it's unbelievable, the noises, right? So, with the Queen of Cups, the Mother of Cups, of course, she's very nurturing, very, attached to her heart space. So she's got that, empathy for people. So she's very empathic. She's got the sympathy, she leads a lot from the heart, but at the same time too, she's very stable in that. It's not a scenario of being overly sensitive. She's mastered this now. So I kind of feel like, in the past perhaps, or, in the previous, maybe you guys, were being really affected by your outer world, by other people's opinions, thoughts. But I feel like you're sort of gaining a hold on that now. And it's like you're getting stronger, and you're able to take those opinions, thoughts, or, anything that sort of comes at you, really, that may be hitting the heart space. You're able to process that a lot better, and you're not as sensitive. You're still sensitive, right? But you're not allowing anything to do you harm anymore, or you're emotionally expressive, but you're not taking on everyone else's emotional issues, right? So you're still very much in connection with your heart space. but you're not allowing others to have, too much of an effect on that, right? So again, it's just directing me to that wing of protection almost. So you're very protective of your heart. It's like you've sort of, and looking at that self-mastery card, it's like you've sort of mastered this now, that protection of your heart, to where, again, you haven't closed off your heart. You're still able to access your heart space and to work from your heart space and to project it outwards, but you're no longer allowing anyone to have control over that part of yourself, or to, do harm to that part of yourself, if that makes sense. I don't know why there's a motorbike going up and down the street constantly, but I am so sorry, guys. Apologize. Anyways, and I do feel like, this is a sense of, feeling like I've come home, sort of, it's like with that soul retrieval, it's kind of like I'm feeling more like myself than I've ever felt. Again, you guys may be called to go to pile 1. And I did say with pile 1, it's funny actually, I did say, I did give the reference of a pinball machine, and what I said to pile 1 was about the chaotic, part of a pinball game where the pinball is just bouncing off, everything, and the lights are going crazy and all that sort of stuff, right? But I feel this more kind of like when the ball comes down towards you, and yes, you're supposed to hit it back, but it's like that ball coming back, constantly coming back to you. It's like, just finally feeling like, it's come full circle. I hear for some of you, this has come back to me. So there's a feeling of you more connected with yourself, feeling more yourself, than perhaps you felt in a long time. And again, it's sort of taking yourself away from the chaos and the conflict that may be happening around you. And it's almost like you're not oblivious, but you're just in this sort of state of bliss, ignorant bliss, I'm sort of sensing now, to where it's sort of like, I can have this happen or go on around me, but I don't have to pay attention to it. I don't have to let it affect me. I don't have to, listen to these people even, if I don't agree with what they're saying, or it doesn't resonate with me, if it's not for my highest good, so on and so forth. And I feel like, you're just sort of doing your own thing, and there may be chaos, going on around you, but you're sort of in this sort of bubble of peace and serenity and contentment, you know what I'm saying? And the Mother of Cups too, she's very creative. She's she goes with the flow and things like that. So again, I feel like this could be you guys as well, just sort of realizing that maybe instead of trying to fight what may be considered the good fight, right? I'm hearing instead of fighting against these people that are supposedly working against you, right? They've got opposing opinions and things like that. Instead of trying to fight against these people, now you're just deciding to just let it be, and you know what's best for you, and so you're moving ahead, or you're doing what you need to do that's best for you, and you're able to just sort of let these people be, you know what I'm saying? But this can be being able to communicate with others too a lot better from the heart space. So maybe before, if there was a bit of chaos and conflict, maybe you're able to communicate a bit better now from your heart space in terms of what it is that you want, what you desire, and maybe that's coming across a bit better with other people. So this, what was chaos and conflict, is now maybe sort of lessening, because you're able to finally speak properly from your soul, from your heart space, and say what it is that you really want. And maybe that is helping to sort of lessen the conflict that may be going on around you. But also too, you could be the peacemaker too, I'm hearing as well. You may be that motherly energy for some people, where they're constantly coming to you with their problems, and people are saying like, what do I do about this and that and that? And maybe you're feeling like people are coming at you from all kinds of different directions. But at the same time too, I do feel like there's a sense of understanding within yourself that you're capable of this, so you sort of feel like you have that as a trait is not really the word I want, but it's like one of the things that you can do, you're good at doing, is being able to be that confident perhaps for people, or just speaking from that heart space to where there's sensitivity and understanding towards people and their problems, and so for some of you too, with this self-mastery, perhaps that's something that you feel you may want to move forward with, or that may be a change coming in for you. Maybe you feel like you're a bit of a counselor to people, or you're just that person that people want to come to, confide in. So with the self-mastery, we have that clarified by the 9 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So this is definitely a period of time that you're coming into where you're feeling like you're at the highest level of self achievement. So, the 9 of Cups can symbolize the fact that, maybe things are going really well in like all areas of your life, you know what I mean? Because you've got this guy, he's got literally like 9 cups that kind of look like trophies right behind him. It's like, and he's sitting there looking very proud of himself. Again, these cards aren't gender specific. So when I say he, take it what resonates. But maybe you're feeling very proud of yourself, and you should be, with the self-mastery here, because maybe you have sort of figured it all out, and you're feeling like, your life has really come together right now, and, everything's in alignment. And so everything seems to be working together, for you in your life right now. So that's, your relationships area, and your career, and, again, yourself as well. And it's all sort of coming together, and working in harmony. And that's making you, feel really good about yourself, and you're feeling like, yeah, I've got it going on. Like, I've figured it out, right? How to keep all these things going all at once, but in harmony with each other. So you may be coming into this period of time where you're feeling very proud of yourself, and you should be. For some of you, this is literally like you're in that period of achievement. So you're feeling that right now. You've done the hard work. You've gotten to that point of self-mastery. You're feeling that, like maybe this was the final step, but you're feeling right now like, I am, I am the ultimate. I don't know, but like, but I am like, the best version of myself right now, right? Living the best life. But it's a life that I created. It's the self that I have worked on and, really put effort into, right? Just like, because we have a spider here as well, right? How the spiders put effort into their webs. And actually, what's funny, I was actually watching out my window the other day. There was a spider spinning his web. And I was watching him, and he was absolutely going crazy with the, I have to get this done. Like, he was just working like mad. But he was so, like, almost meticulous too, with the way that he was preparing this web, and the bits and pieces that he had to do first, and then the next bit and the next bit. And, I very focused, very driven, of course. And so perhaps, that's the energy that you guys have been encompassing as well. And, spiders talk about movement as well, right? So, this can be, a big change and movement happening in your life. Things may be moving very fast once this self-mastery has occurred, or maybe, you feel like things are moving fast. Now you know where you're headed, or now you know what it is that you're wanting to achieve, or what you're wanting to get to. And this for others of you, this 9 of Cups can be that, your goals, your desires. So it's the things that you've still yet to achieve. But at the same time, right, this is the wish, sort of like wish granted card. So it's like all those things that you're wanting, you're going to achieve. So if you're still in that period of getting to self-mastery, know that you will get there. Okay, this is the change that's happening. It is getting you there. For some of you, I feel like this change that's coming through will be that completion of this. So you've attained the self-mastery. But for others of you, this is that, just that sort of confirmation that you're heading in that direction. And, with the Three of Wands too, because of course the Two of Wands talks about, the planning stages, right, of looking ahead, looking forward. But the Three is like the action. It's like now we can move forward. Now we can actually do things and make them happen. And so I do feel like, this is, a clue to you guys literally reaping the benefits now, reaping the rewards of this self-mastery, of the goals and desires, the dreams that you've had, because, you've been putting in the effort, you've been putting in the work, I feel like, right? And you've gotten to this point of again, self-mastery. And, again, like I said, feeling very proud of yourself, and you should. And we also have the Freedom card here as well. So that is clarified here by the Devil and the Ace of Swords. So what I want to say here, right, if you guys have been held back, you felt like you've been held back. Now, this Devil energy could relate to some of this Five of Wands energy. Maybe there's been people in your inner circle, in your surroundings, your energy field, that haven't been, the best influences. They've, maybe been a bit of negative Nancy's. Maybe they were even toxic for some of you. So really not good energy that you need to be dealing with. Maybe in general you just felt like you've been stuck in a situation that you've been unable to get out of, and you realize it's not serving your highest good, right? But you're coming out of this now, especially with this Freedom card, and that comes from this self-mastery, from realizing your true self, from mastering certain aspects of your life. And again, I feel like getting all these things into alignment. There's something about alignment here for you guys. I keep seeing this alignment. With that, take that what resonates for you, but something about alignment, things all coming into alignment and finally being able to work in harmony. So maybe you felt like certain parts of your life maybe have been working against each other. Maybe your day job or night job, whatever job you do, right, hasn't really allowed you to have the time for your relationships, for instance. And so your relationships have suffered or have been lacking because of that. Maybe, the relationship you're in hasn't allowed you to have the job that you wanted to have or something like that. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things perhaps that have been sort of out of alignment, but they're now coming into alignment, and so you've managed to make them all work in harmony. And because of this, now you're coming into this freedom. You're breaking free from these chains of the devil. Now, I do want to say here, and because we have the Ace of Swords too, I am thinking of, and I just heard limiting beliefs. So maybe for some of you, this is about limiting beliefs. Just to let you guys know, I do have a podcast. I do mention this at the beginning in the introduction if you listen to it, but I do have a podcast which I will link in the description box that you can check out, and I do have an episode there. These are motivational talks. I do have an episode on limiting beliefs, so you may wish to check that out. Okay, but if this is about limiting beliefs, okay, this could have been with the Five of Wands, maybe an inner conflict that you were going through that you've now resolved, again, moving into that self-mastery. But this is you breaking free from this. And this can, again, the devil can be addictions, it can be bad habits, whatever this is for you guys, make it fit your situation. But you're moving out of this energy. This energy is no more, okay? And with this Ace of Swords, of course, this is new energy. Aces are new beginnings, okay? And this could be, too, some form of clarity that's coming in, some kind of epiphany, maybe, that is allowing you to leave this devil behind. And I will say, and I've mentioned, I've done this through the entire reading now, guys. I know, I'm sorry. Mentioning the Rider-Waite Tarot, of course, you've got the devil and you've got two people who are chained up by the devil, but the chains around their neck are loose, so they can potentially free themselves. So perhaps this has been a bit of a scenario where, you've just been needing to see another way, or, this, like I said, this epiphany, this idea is coming in, something new is coming in here to break you free from these chains. And because it's sword, I'm sort of seeing someone cutting the chains loose, right? Or the rope or whatever it is that's been tying you down, you know, this sense of just cutting straight through it and literally freeing yourself. And again, because of the self-mastery, this is something that you are doing yourselves. So I feel a lot of pride here for you guys in what you've managed to achieve. Because I do feel like this is a massive leveling up for you guys. So this is really fantastic. I'm very proud of you because all of this is coming from you. This is work that you've done yourself. And work that you've put in yourself. So with that 9 of Cups, that energy of the guy sitting there looking very proud, prideful, you should be that way because, you know, clearly this has all come from your efforts, your work. And, you know, it is hard to find a way out sometimes of sticky situations, toxic situations, you know, even realizing sometimes that we're trapped in something that isn't serving our highest good. Sometimes, you know, we're clouded, our vision is clouded and we're not able to see. And again, this can be clarity with the Ace of Swords coming through, allowing you to see what it is that's not serving your highest good and being able to break through this and move forward. And of course, you know, with the eagle here, guys, you know, you are the eagle. So, you know, the eagle can fly higher than any other bird. So, you know, your destiny is to be free, is to roam free, not be chained up by this devil energy. So by attaining this self-mastery, right, and this soul retrieval coming in, all of this, again, alignment, I just keep hearing alignment, guys. This is all coming into alignment to work for you, to better you for, you know, this period of freedom that you're coming into now, that is going to allow you to really express yourself in the way that you wanted to be the real you, to reveal this soul that, you know, this wonderful being that you are, again, this self-mastery. And I just heard some people may even be asking you, wow, how did you do it? You know, they're actually going to come up to you and say, like, I've seen this change and transformation in you. You know, you've made such an achievement in self. You know, how did you do it? So, and for some of you, even I'm hearing, you know, you may come into a period where you're actually able to offer other people advice on how they can step into their own self-mastery and, you know, regain their freedom and this soul retrieval. So this is really fantastic. So guys, this was your reading. I really, really hope you enjoyed. This is the changes coming ahead for you. Fantastic. Give yourselves a clap, guys, because, you know, you've definitely put the work in and, you know, I'm very proud of you for that. So enjoy this period of freedom that is coming up for you with this soul retrieval and the self-mastery. Now, if you did enjoy today's reading and you like my channel, please like and subscribe, guys. Other than that, hopefully I will see you on the next reading. Do take care. Lots of love. Bye.